about the next consoles, about the next gen consoles.
Of course.
Someone powered up.
Let's start this whole thing over. 'Cause that's not good.
I think we should keep that. I think we should keep that.
There's no message.
Something powered up in your pants, and I'm not sure what it is, but I'm a little afraid. This is Dave from UltraMegaDeathRay.com here with Ross.
Hello.
And Quan.
Greetings.
And we're here to give you the latest in geek media, starting off with this prediction by the game industry analyst Michael Pachter. Everyone loves Michael Pachter, don't they?
Well, I think you either have a very positive or very negative opinion, like Pachter, depending on what he's talking about.
Fair enough. So Michael Pachter, he was making an analysis here on the next-gen consoles, and specifically about the Nintendo Wii U, saying how the Wii U is most definitely going to be a distant third from the PS4 and Xbox One. His reasoning is because they are like kind of 2 years behind the line as far as like offering a console that like offers HD graphics. And also the fact that their third-party support is just not there along the lines of Microsoft and Sony. So like he's just making this claim about them being a distant third for the next gen. What do you think? Do you believe this is true? Is Pachter right on this?
Well, I think you would have to be an idiot to call him wrong on it. I think it's like the most obvious thing you could possibly point out. I mean, okay, so we know the Wii U isn't selling like Nintendo hopes that it should.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given. Now, that's not saying it's a good console or a bad console. I don't own it, so I can't say one thing or bad. It does not appeal to me. I do not want to own one until it gets down to the $200 mark where I can just go purchase one off the rip and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But there's no content that I've seen yet to drive me to that system. First off. So me being a gamer, I bought a Nintendo Wii in 2008, I do believe, or whatever. So, I mean, it was a couple years after the launch, but the prices come down and it became reasonable. It was one of those things that you wanted to play because they had made it into this, I don't know, kind of cool casual thing, for friends that came over that don't really play video games.
Oh, yeah.
But the Wii U hasn't seemed to strike that mark yet. They've got Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, I'm sure a new Mario coming out, a new Zelda for sure.
They're trying to kind of like play it safe, really, in terms of like falling to like their older IPs, because everyone knows Nintendo for their IPs, like Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, all that stuff. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of odd to say that they will be a distant third, because I believe that they're kind of like playing in their own like ballpark, so to speak, just because like people are gonna like purchase a system in order to play those Nintendo games. And I don't know. I feel like there's enough like diehard Nintendo fans out there. Like I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, Quan, or.
That's kind of like something that I said last time about like how they are catering to a particular market of people. Because I mean that's their safety net. Is all of those titles that they've been doing for years upon years. They know that there's a particular market of people that are going to buy.
But is that market share large enough to carry a system?
Well,
that's the question.
Yeah. And that's a legitimate question, because it's like if Nintendo actually is going to survive with other consoles that are like behemoths in that particular arena, it's kind of like they have to stand out in some way.
And I was reading an article last night, and I'll try to find it and dig it up for y'all. But it was talking about how Nintendo is having a hard time developing new games because they didn't know exactly how hard it was going to be to develop for HD and all these other things.
That's right.
Which are required. Like, how did you not know it was not going to be more difficult? I mean, they were saying that instead of having one person to do one thing, now they have to have two people.
Yeah.
So basically their workforce has to double to be able to create the same amount of content, the same amount of thing. You should have known that going in. This isn't a surprise.
Right.
I mean, you could have.
It feels like they weren't exactly prepared.
The HD market's been around since 2005, 2006. I mean, there's really no reason that you should be this far behind the ball in producing content like that.
Okay.
Right now, technically, if you're looking at the numbers, they're number one.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has released a new system yet.
Yeah.
So technically, in terms of this generations of system, Nintendo has already won.
Right.
Now, in 6 months from now, that won't be the case anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess again, like that kind of goes to like your point of view, just like how Quan said, in terms of like if they've already won, because like Pachter's basically making the argument that the Wii U is pretty much on par with this current generation of consoles, the 360 and PS3, and that once the PS4 and Xbox One come out later this year, that it's just going to leave the Wii U in the dust. So
it's possible. It's very possible.
But
I can see it happening. But there again, on the other side of the coin, we don't know how powerful Nintendo fans want to gather together and be. You know,
that's the thing.
And who's to say that Nintendo doesn't have an ace in the hole? Like,
and that was going to be my next point.
Yeah, they aren't prepared for what's going to happen. Like, they didn't think about it. You know,
Right? Yeah.
Maybe it's playing dumb because they want people to think that they're not going to do anything. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it's actually good that you mentioned like the ace in the hole, so to speak. Is because like I feel like whenever I ask people about the Wii U and like whether or not they want to pick up a Wii U, a lot of them are waiting for like a specific game. Like, you know, you might hear like Zelda here and there, like maybe like a new Metroid like down the line if that comes along. I hear a lot of people say that they're waiting for it, waiting for Bayonetta 2 to come out in order to pick up a Wii U. So there's that kind of like exclusive that's not like technically a Nintendo property. I mean, I'm not sure like how much Bayonetta 2 can carry a whole console, but you gotta imagine that like for those people who are that hard.
But
For like, are those Nintendo fans? Like, are there enough Nintendo fans really to kind of carry a console and would that be able to, stave Nintendo away from eventually becoming a third-party company like Sega?
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, I guess anything's possible. All things are probable, but I honestly don't see the Wii U performing the way that they probably want it to this console cycle.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem promising.
I'm kind of in the same boat, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because it's like we've seen Microsoft drop the ball, which is something that nobody really saw coming, really.
Right.
That bad anyways.
That bad,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, maybe this year will be full of some surprises. Maybe Nintendo will throw some curveballs that we might not expect. So.
Hope so.